Welcome to chapter 1. Under this chapter, we are going to look at that introduction to the Google Sheet. And we have split this introduction part into two parts. The first, we will discuss about what is the Google Sheet. And then we are going to discuss about what are the advantages of use the Google Sheet. The first part, we are going to look at what is Google Sheet. Google Sheet is a web-based spreadsheet program that allows user to create, edit and store spreadsheet online. It provides similar functionality to desktop spreadsheet application like Microsoft Excel. It means that Google Sheet is one of the Google product, and this is a web-based spreadsheet program. Spreadsheet means if you want to work with the calculation process and mathematical calculation, if you want to do, you can use the spreadsheet, right? The Excel is one of the spreadsheet program. This will be work in the Windows and Mac operating system. But this Google Sheet, it's work on web-based spreadsheet, right? So this is the spreadsheet program. If you want to create the spreadsheet or if you want to edit the spreadsheet program on web-based, we can use the Google Sheet. It's probably we can do like a Microsoft Excel. What are the activities you are going to do in the Microsoft Excel for the spreadsheet work? You are able to use the Google Sheet also to do the same task, right? So this is the Google Sheet. And now we are going to look at that. What are the advantages of use the Google Sheet? You can see here there are 4 major advantages of use the Google Sheet. The first one is Microsoft Excel is a paid version. It means that we have to pay to work with Microsoft Excel. But Google Sheet, it's absolutely free. If you want to use the Google Sheet, you just create the account, and if you create the account, you are able to use the Google Sheet because the Google Sheet is one of the Google product, and you are able to use this Google Sheet absolutely free. So the first advantage is absolutely free. The second advantage is web-based application. Google Sheet is a web-based application, but Microsoft Excel is a Windows, Mac, OS and Android. It means that Microsoft Excel it's a work Windows operating system or Mac operating system or Android operating system. But if you want to use the Google Sheet, you just need to have a web browser. At the same time, if you connect the internet in your mobile or whatever device, you are able to use the Google Sheet because this is the web-based application. The third advantage is real-time serving. But if you use the Microsoft Excel, sometimes you lose your data, right? So what is that? It means that if you do any kind of task into Microsoft Excel, it will not automatically save in your system, right? At the time, if you suddenly stop the Microsoft Excel or if you face any error, you will lose your data in Microsoft Excel. But the Google Sheet is a cloud-based application. What are the things you do, it will serve in the real time, right? If you suddenly close your Google Sheet, you will not lose your data because this is a real time serving. What are the action you do, it's automatically served in the real time on the cloud, right? So you will not lose your data if you use the Google Sheet. That is the third advantage is real-time serving. The fourth and final advantage is real-time collaboration. But if you use the Microsoft Excel, it has limited offline collaboration. It means that if you want to share your Google spreadsheet, you can share with your colleagues and staffs in the real time, right? In the real time, you can share to your staffs and colleagues by using Google Sheet. But Microsoft Excel, it's not like that. It has a limitation to collaborate with your staffs and colleagues. So these are the major advantages to use the Google Sheet. Welcome to this section. In this section, we are going to look at that how can we access the Google Sheet and the interface of Google Sheet homepage. As the first part, we are going to look at that how can we access the Google Sheet. If you want to access the Google Sheet, you should have three requirements. The first requirement is you should have a Gmail account. The second requirement is you should install the browser in your computer. The third requirement is the internet connection. So I have an internet connection. You can see here I have a Google Chrome in my computer. So this is one of the browser, and I have a Gmail account also. So I satisfy these three requirements. So I am able to access this Google Sheet, right? So I'm going to open the Google Chrome. I'm going to right click here, and I'm going to choose the new incognito window, and I'm going to type here Gmail. All right. If I hit Gmail, you can see that the Gmail sign in button, it's available in the right side top corner. At the same time, the first link is login Gmail account, right? So if I want to log in my Gmail account, I can click here or I can click here, right? So I'm going to click here. If I click here, you can see that here the sign in button is available. So I'm going to click the sign in button. I already have one Gmail account, so I can type it here, and I'm going to hit enter. If I hit enter, you can see that it will ask the password. I'm going to enter my password, and I'm going to click the next button. If I click the next button, you can see that I'm going to click not now, and if I click not now, you can see that now you can see that my Google account successfully login. And if you go to the right side top corner, the 9 button is available. This is the main menu of the Google product. You know well that the Google Sheet is one of the Google product. So if you want to go to the home page of the Google Sheet, you have two options. The first option, you can come to the right side top corner, the main menu button available. If I click the main menu button in the Google Apps, you can see that the Google Sheet is available, right? So if you click the Google Sheet, it will redirect you to the home page of the Google Sheet, right? This is the home page of the Google Sheet. This is the first way you can access the Google Sheet. If you want to move these sheets into your first preference app, you just drag and you can drop it to the first. You can see here I'm going to drag and I'm going to put it as a first. I'm going to put it as a first app for this Google product. This is easy for me to access the Google Sheet. So this is the first way. And if you want to access the Google Sheet, the two ways are available. The first way we have already discussed. The second way of access the Google Sheet, you just open the new window in a Google Chrome and you can type that sheets.google.com. sheets.google.com. If I hit enter, you can see that it will redirect it to the home page of Google Sheet. So right, you can see here there are two ways we can access the Google Sheet after login. The first way, you can use the main menu of Google product. The second way, you can type in the address bar sheets.google.com right? So these two way you can access the Google Sheet, right? And if you want to bookmark this Google Sheet, you just come to the Google Chrome and you can see that bookmark and list. And if you want to bookmark this Google Sheet, you just click the bookmark this tab. If I click the bookmark, you can see that name is Google Sheet, and I'm going to click the done button. If I click the done button, you can see that if I open the new window, in the left side first bookmark it's available, that is the Google Sheet. So if I click the Google Sheet, you can easy to access the Google Sheet, right? So this way you can easy to access the Google Sheet. Now we are going to look at the interface of Google Sheet homepage. This is the interface of Google Sheet homepage. If you look at this three button, this is the main menu. It's called that main menu. If you click the main menu, you can see that Google Doc, Google Sheet, Google Slide, Google Form, it's available, and the settings and drive buttons are available. So this is the main menu button, and this is the icon for the Google Sheet. And if you go back to the home page of Google Sheet, you can click here. It will redirect to the home page of Google Sheet. And if you want to search the Google Sheet, you can search it here. For example, I'm going to be search the one of the Google Sheet, that is the ChatGPT. So if I type the ChatGPT, you can see that ChatGPT Google Sheet, it's available. So if you want to open this one, you can click here, it will open, right? And this is the Google app, and if you want to access the other Google app, you can click here and you can choose which app you want to access. You can access, for example, I'm going to open the YouTube, and if I click the YouTube, you can see that the YouTube, it will be open, right? Likewise, if you want to open the Gmail, you can click the Gmail, it will open. So this is the Google product menu, and this is the login account. So I log in this account by using ahmad325432@gmail.com. This is the template of Google Sheet. It's a predefined template, and if you want to see more template gallery, you can click here, and you can see that there are a variety of templates available. And if you want to use this template, which template you want, you just click the template, it will open and you can work it. So I don't want this one, so I'm going to click the back button. If you come here, the recent file open list, it's available, right? The last we opened the shortcut keys, the before that ChatGPT, and the last open day also available, right? And if you want to short, you can use this short option, last opened by me, last modified by me, last modify, and title. So if you want to be short out based on these option, you can short out. And also if you want to be view in the grid view, you just click here, it will change the grid view. If you want to view the list view, you just click again, it will change as a list view. If you want to upload the Microsoft Excel or any other file, you just click here, and if you click here, you can see that the open file picker, it's open, right? If you click the recently open file, it's available here. And if you want to upload the file, you just click here and you can choose the browse button. If I choose the browse button, what will happen? Where is the file available? You can choose it and you can upload it, right? So this is the interface of Google Sheet homepage, right? Now we are going to look at that how can we create the new spreadsheet in Google Sheet. It's a very simple. There are three ways you can create the new spreadsheet in Google Sheet. The first way, you just click the blank spreadsheet. If I click the blank spreadsheet, what will happen? The new spreadsheet, it will open, right? So this is the first way. The second way, if you want to create the new spreadsheet, you can type in the address bar sheets.new, and I'm going to hit enter. If I type sheets.new, what will happen? The new spreadsheet it will open, right? This is a second way. The third way, you just go back to the home page of Google Sheet. So if I click the icon, you can see that this is the home page of the Google Sheet, and if I want to create the new spreadsheet, you just click the main menu. You can see that the last menu is drive. If I click the drive button, it will go to the drive area, and you can see that in the drive the first one is new. So if I click the new button, fifth option is what is that? Google Sheet. Under the Google Sheet, if I click that, the new Google Sheet it will open. These are the three ways you can create the new spreadsheet in the Google Sheet. Welcome to this section. In this section, we are going to look at the interface of spreadsheet in Google Sheet. So if I want to create the new spreadsheet, we know well that if I click this, it will create the new spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet interface, and in this section we are going to look at the interface of the spreadsheet. So if you look at here, this is the sheet's name, and if you want to change the sheet name, you can change it. For an example, I'm going to change the name is sample sheet, right? And if I hit enter, you can see that it's serving, right? It's served to drive, and this is the sheet's name, right? And if you come to here, this is a star. If you want to make this file as a star, you can click this button. If I click the star button, this file it will serve in the star folder, right? As well, this third one is move file. If you want to move this file into another location, you can choose that. For example, I'm going to move this file into the new folder. So if I want to move this file, I can click here, and you can see that I'm going to click the my draw button, right? And I'm going to click the new folder, and then I'm going to put that sample sheet folder, because I'm going to change the location of this file. So if I click the create button, you can see that the sample sheet folder it's created, and I'm going to move this spreadsheet into sample sheet folder. And if I click, you can see that the file is moved to sample sheet folder. So this is the move button, and if you want to move the file, you can use this move button. And this is the document status. So if you type anything else, it will automatically serving in the drive. I'm going to show you. For an example, I'm going to type here Mubin. If I type Mubin here, you just see here what will happen. MUBEEN, and I'm going to hit enter. If I hit enter, you can see serving. It's automatically serving in the driver. So that is showing the status of the Google Sheet, right? And I'm going to delete this one. If I delete, you can see that it's serving into the Google Drive. So it's showing the status of this document, right? There are 9 major menus available in the spreadsheet. The first menu is file menu. The second menu is edit menu. The third menu is view, insert, format, data, tools, extensions, and help. So each menu has different kind of tools. I'm going to click here, the file menu. Under the file menu, you can see that these kind of tools are available. These are related with the files, right? And the second menu is edit menu. If you come to the edit menu, you can see that there are a variety of tools available. And the view menu, it also has variety of tools. As well insert menu, it has as well format menu and data menu, tools menu, extension menu and help menu. So variety of tools are available under the each menu. If you come here under the menu, there are frequently used tools are available. You can see here, this is a search tool and undo and redo. So these kind of frequently used tools are available under the main menu. And this is called that address bar. So what other things are I type inside the cell, it's automatically reflected here. For an example, if I type here Mubin, what will happen? That bar it also showing the same things, right? So this is called the address bar. And if you look at the spreadsheet, it has a cell. This is called the cell. This is called the cell. So the every cell has unique identification, right? For example, this cell is called that A3. You can see A3. This cell is called that B3. So how can we define the cell name? It's very simple. First, you can say the column name, then we can say the row name, right? So if you look at the spreadsheet, this is called that column. A column, B column, C column, D column. It means that in the alphabetical order, the column is reflect, right? A column, B column, C column, D column, E column. So if you want to see the last column, you just click the shortcut Control plus right arrow key. You can see that the last column is Z column. If you want to come to the first column, you can press the Control plus side arrow key. We can move to the first column. So the first column name is A, second column name is B, third column name is C. So likewise, in the alphabetical order, the column is defined. And if you look at the numerical value, this is called that rows. First row, second row, third row, fourth row. So the rows are defined in the numerical order, right? You can see here, first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row. Likewise, the rows are defined. If you want to go to the last row, how can you go? You just press the Control plus down arrow key. So the last row is, what is that? 1000, right? This is the default row number is 1000, right? And if you want to move to the first row, you just press the Control plus up arrow key. You can see that this is the first row. You can move to the first row if you press the Control plus up arrow key, right? Now I'm going to define the cell. So every box it's called that cell, right? And also every cell it has a unit identification, right? For example, this cell is called that C3. You can see C3. C3 mean we can define the cell. First we have to tell the column name and then tell the row name. In this active cell, the column is C and row is 3. So this cell is called C3. And here the column name is E, the row name is 3. So E3 is this cell name. So this is how every cell it has a unique identification. This is the difference between column, row and cell. Here I am going to type, for example, name. Here I am going to type age. And here I am going to put the employee's name, for example, Ahmed Ansar Askar, right? Ansar Askar, right? And here I am going to put the ages of 35 and 32 and 34, right? So here I am going to give the example for you. If I want to insert the new column, how can we insert the new column? It's a very simple. If I want to insert the new column, you just select the column where you want to insert. For example, I'm going to insert the new column left side of B. So I can select the column B and I'm going to right click and I'm going to click that insert one column left. If I click the insert one column left, the new column it will appear. Likewise, if I want to insert the new between Ahmad and Ansar, you just select the Ansar and I can right click and I want to insert the new row above, so I can choose that insert one row above. This is how you can insert the new column and new row. For example, I'm going to put it here, initial, and here I'm going to put the new name, one of the new name I'm going to put the Sami, and here I'm going to put that 25, and here I'm going to put that EMHK, right? This is the initial name of this persons, right? So this is how you can insert the new rows and new columns. And if you want to insert, for example, 5 new column or 5 new rows, how can we insert? It's a very simple. You just select 5 columns. For example, I'm going to select this 5 column, and if I right click, you can see that insert 5 columns, left or right, you can choose it. If you want 10 new column, you just select the 10 column, right? You just right click and it will ask insert new column, left or right, you just select. If you select it, what will happen? The new 10 column it will insert. Likewise, if you want 5 new rows, how can we insert? It's very simple. First you have to select the 5 rows and then you can right click. If I right click, you can see that insert 5 rows above or insert 5 rows below. So which option you want, you can choose it. If I click, what will happen? If I select, what will happen? The new 5 rows it will insert in the spreadsheet. So this is how you can insert the new rows and column. And if you want to remove the columns or rows, you can easily remove. For example, if I want to remove this initial, if I want to remove this column B, I can select the column, I can right click and you can see that delete column. So if I want to delete the column, you just click this delete column option. If I click, what will happen? It will go on. Likewise, if I want to delete this Ansar record, I can select the row and I can right click and you can see that delete row option is available. So I can click the delete row. So it will go on, right? So if you want delete the full this data, you just select the row and you can right click and you can choose that delete rows 2 to 5. Everything it will remove, right? So this is how you can delete the rows and column. If you want to zoom the spreadsheet, you just click here and you can choose it. I want to zoom in up to 150, it will zoom in, and if you want to zoom out up to 75, you can choose the 75 or 50, whatever option you want, you can choose it. I want the default 100%, right? If you want to go to the last row of this spreadsheet, you just press the Ctrl plus down arrow key, it will go to the last row. And if you want to insert additionally 500 new rows, how can we add? It's a very simple. I can come to here and I can type the new row I want 500, right? And I can click the add button. And now I want that additionally 504 new rows. So I want to type it 504 and I'm going to click the add button. So that there are totally 2000 rows are available in this spreadsheet. So this is how you can insert the bulk rows in a spreadsheet, right? If you want to change the sheet name, you can change the sheet name. For example, this spreadsheet has one sheet, and if I want to insert the new sheet, you just click here, it will insert right? If you want to change the sheet name, you can change the sheet name. How can we change? It's a very simple. I can right click and you can see that rename. So I can put that the name is name, student name, for an example, student name sheet, this one, right? And this sheet I want to change that as age, right? So if I want to change the name of this sheet, you just double click. If I double click, what will happen? You are able to type the name. For an example, I'm going to type the name is age. This is the age sheet, right? And if I double click here also, address, right? Address. So I have a change the sheet's name likewise, right? And also if you want to change the color of this sheet, you can change the color. So change color, for an example, I'm going to put that yellow. Here I'm going to put that color is green, and here I'm going to put the color is this a pink color, right? As well, if you want to hide this sheet, you just click the hide the sheet, it will go on. If I want to unhide, you just come here. If I click here, it will show all the sheets of this spreadsheet, and the sheet student name is hide. So if I click, what will happen? The sheet it will unhide. If I want to make duplicate this sheet, you just click the duplicate, it will duplicate here. So I'm going to change the name as a student name 2. For example, I'm going to put that student name 2. And also we cannot put the same name in two sheet. So that's what I put that student name 2. And if you want to delete the sheet, you can delete the sheet. I'm going to delete this sheet, and it will ask, are you sure want to delete this sheet? I'm going to delete this sheet. If I want to copy the sheet, I can copy the sheet. So if you want to create this sheet in the new spreadsheet, you just click here, or existing spreadsheet, you just click here, right? So I want to copy the sheet in new spreadsheet. If I click here, what will happen? It will generate the link, right? So if I click the open spreadsheet, the same sheet, it will appear here, right? And I'm going to close this one. And if I want to move the sheet in the right side, you just click here, move right. And if I want to move the left side, you can move here. So otherwise you just hold the mouse key button and you can drag where you want, you can put it. I can put it in the last one. So if I drop, it will relocate as a last sheet, right? These are the things you should understand before you are going to work with the spreadsheet. Welcome to this section. In this section, we are going to look at that how can we enter the data into the Google Sheet, and also I'm going to introduce the basic tools of Google Sheets. In order to do that, I'm going to click the blank spreadsheet. If I click the blank spreadsheet, you can see that this is the blank spreadsheet, and now I'm going to enter some data into this spreadsheet. First, I'm going to change this spreadsheet name as product details with the price, right? I'm going to put the name for this workbook, that is product details with the price, and I'm going to hit enter. And here I'm going to type the product name, right? Here I'm going to type the product name, and here I'm going to type the unit price, right? And now I'm going to enter some product. For example, apple, orange, banana, kiwi. So I have entered 4 product name, and I'm going to put the price here, right? So I'm going to put the price is 10, 12, 7, 16, right? This is a unit price. So you can see apple $10, orange $12, banana $7, and kiwi $16. So we have successfully entered the data into the spreadsheet. And if you want to change the font type, you just select the cell and you just go here. You can see that this is a frequently used tools in a spreadsheet. So if you come here, the font type it's available here. So the default one Arial, but I want to use that Times New Roman. Otherwise, if you want to use any other font, you can use it. But I mostly like that Times New Roman, so I'm going to select the Times New Roman. So if I click the Times New Roman, you can see that the font type is changed, right? And also I want to increase the font size. So if I want to increase the font size, I can click this plus button. If I click that, what will happen? It will increase the font size as you want, right? Right. And also, if you want to bold these headers, you can bold this one. If I click the B button, it will bold. And if you look at this one, the product name is not fit with the cell. So I want to adjust this one. I want to adjust as a fit one, right? And if you want to change this font style in the italic format, you just click the italic format, it will change. But I don't need this one. This is a look really nice. And if you want to put the all border, you just select the cell and you just come here and you can see that borders style is available here. I want to put that all borders. If I click the all borders, you can see that the all borders it came here. And if you want to change the background color, you just select the cell and you can come here, fill color, and I'm going to choose that this color. This color it's really nice. So this is how you can change the font type, font size, bold, italic, all borders, and fill with the color, right? I'm going to insert the new column between product name and price. So how can we insert the new column? It's a very simple. I'm going to select the B column and I'm going to right click. If I right click, what will happen? The insert one column left and insert one column right, its options are available. So I'm going to insert between product name and the unit price. So I'm going to click the insert one column left, and if I click the insert one column left, what will happen? The new column is entered. Now here I'm going to type product ID, product ID, and I'm going to put the product ID is, what is that? AP01, and here OR01, right? And BA01, and here KI01. So I have entered the product ID, and I want to move this product ID as a first column. So how can we move it? It's a very simple. I'm going to select this B column, and I'm going to press the control button in the keyboard. And if I press the control button, you can see that the hand symbol is appeared there. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to press the mouse and I'm going to drag up to the first column. So if I release the mouse, you can see that the product ID is came here. So the first column is product ID, then the second column is product name, then third one is unit price. Likewise, if you want to insert the two new row, so how can you insert? It's very simple. I'm going to put the new row between the banana and orange. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to click that insert one row above. So here I'm going to put that one of the product that is pineapples. I'm going to type here product ID is PI01 and the product name is pineapple, and I'm going to put that the price is $14. And also here I want to insert another column that is unit measurement. between product name and unit price. How can I insert? It's a very simple, as we discussed. I'm going to select the column and I'm going to right click. I'm going to insert the new one column the right side. So here you can see that new column is available. Here I'm going to put the name is, what is that? Unit measured. So I'm going to put that unit, and how they measure this product, they measured by the kilogram. So I'm going to put that kilogram, right? And I'm going to drag up to here. All the unit measurements are kilogram. I'm going to enter the title of this chart, that is product details with the price. So I'm going to insert the new row. If I want to insert the new row, I can select the row and I'm going to right click and I'm going to insert new row above. As well, I'm going to insert another new row under above, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to type the title of this chart, and I'm going to type the title is, what is that? Product name with price. Here I want to put that Time New Roman, and also font size is more than 14. So I'm going to select this one and I'm going to increase the font size up to 16 as well. The font type is a Time New Roman, and I'm going to bold this one, right? I want to merge these 4 cells as a one. So if I want to merge this one, how can we merge? It's a very simple. I'm going to select the cell and I'm going to click this one. And I'm going to click this one. If I click this one, you can see merge all. I'm going to click the merge all. And also I'm going to change the alignment as a central alignment. If I click the central alignment, the title is come in the center, right? And it look really nice. And I want to be underline this one. So I'm going to press the Control U, that is the underline, right? And it is really look awesome. And if I want to change the background color, you can change the background color. I want to insert the background color like this color, right? It is look really awesome. And if you want to change the font color also, you can change. I want to change the font color as a white one. If I put the white one, it's really awesome. So this is how you can enter the data into the spreadsheet. If you want to hide the column, you can hide the column. For example, I want to hide this unit measurement. So if I want to hide, I can right click the mouse and you can see that the hide column is available. So I can select this one. If I select this one, you can see that the unit measurements not showing there. But if you see this column alphabetic order, A, B, D. So the C should be hide. So if I want to unhide this one, you just select all the columns. So I'm going to select the first column and I'm going to press that Control Shift plus right arrow key, and I'm going to right click this one and I'm going to click unhide column. If I click the unhide column, what are the columns are hide, it will appear there, right? So now you can see that unit measurement, it appears there, right? Likewise, if you want to hide the row also, it's a possible. For example, I'm going to hide these 2 product and I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose the right hide rows. And now you can see that these 2 products are available. And if I want to unhide, you just select the range, or you can select the first row and you can press the Control Shift plus down arrow key. So the entire row is selected. You make sure that the entire row is selected. Then I'm going to right click this one and I'm going to click the unhide row. So if I click the unhide row, you can see that if any rows are hide, it will show here, right? So this is how you can hide the column, unhide the column, hide the row, unhide the row, right? And if you look at this, I want to be fit with the column width and height as well. I want to fit the cell as per my requirement. So if I want to be fit with the cell as per my requirement, you can adjust it, the column width and height as well, row width and height. So how can we adjust? It's a very simple. For example, here I'm going to be reduce the column width like this, right? And this column is like this, right? And I want to adjust like this, right? I want to adjust like this, and I want to adjust like this, and I want to adjust like this, right? And if I want to be put the central alignment, so if I want to put the central alignment, you can put the central alignment, otherwise you can put the left alignment. So left alignment, it's a good, right? And this is look really awesome. Now we are going to look at that autofill option in Google Sheet. What is the autofill option? If you give the systematic order in the Google Sheet, it's automatically apply or automatically fill the rest of the cell. How can we do it? It's a very simple. For example, I'm going to put that here, I'm going to put that 2 and here 4. It means that here is 2, here is 4. So the difference between these two cells is 2, increased by 2, right? So if you want to be fill up to 10 cell, you don't need to be write one by one. You just select the cell. If I select the cell, what will happen? The Google spreadsheet recognize that the pattern of the increment or pattern of the system, then you just drag where you want, you can apply. For example, I'm going to apply up to here. So now you can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It will increase by 2. Likewise, if I want to decrease also, it's also possible. I'm going to type 100, 98, 96. So 98, alright. So now I'm going to select the two cells. Then the Google, it will recognize the pattern. And if I come to the right side bottom corner, the target sign is available. I'm going to drag up to where I want, I can put it. So if I drag up to here, you can see that the value is decreased by 2 every cell. 100, 98, 96, 94, 92, 90, 88, 86. Likewise, if you want a multiplication, it's also possible. For example, 6, 12, like that. So I'm going to select the cell. The Google Sheet, it's recognize that it is a multiple by the 6. So then I'm going to be drag up to where I want, I can put it, right? Likewise, if I want to be put the year, you can set the year. For example, year here I'm going to be type 2001, 2002, likewise. So I'm going to select the pattern and I'm going to put up to here, so it will increase by 1. Likewise, month, for example, January, here February, right? So here is a February. Then I'm going to select the cell and I'm going to drag up to here. You can see January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, up to how many cells you want, you can put it. Likewise, day also you can apply automatically. Day, for example, here is Monday, and Tuesday, right? And I'm going to select the cell and I'm going to be drag up to here. It's automatically fill with this rest of the cells. You can see here. Likewise, if you want that month with year, you can put it. For example, month with year. Year. For example, I'm going to put that January 2021. Here is February 2021. So now I'm going to drag. It will increase by every month, right? So I'm going to drag up to here. You can see January 2021, February 2021, March 2021, April 2021, May 2021. Likewise, if I want to change it like 24, what will happen? It also possible to apply. You can see it will change. These are the main and major basic tools of the Google Sheet. Welcome to this section. In this section we are going to look at that how can we manage the spreadsheet data. It's a very simple. I'm going to show you. Before I'm going to do some work, I'm going to delete this data. So I'm going to select the data, right, and I'm going to hit the delete button on the keyboard and it will go on. And now you can see that this is our chart, product name with the price. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear all the format. In order to do that, I can select the data and I can go to the format and I'm going to click the clear formatting. So now you can see that the data available without formatting. If you want to format your data in a quick way, you can use the alternative coloring. So I'm going to show you. If you want to use the alternating color, you can select the data as a first. I'm going to select the data. I'm going to come to the format. Under the format, you can see that alternating colors. Under the alternating colors, you can see that the styles is available. The first row is a header, so I check this one. So you can select the format as you want. I'm going to change as this one. I really like this one. Otherwise, you can change the color as you want. For example, you can change the color like this one or maybe this one, right? So after that you can click the done button. So if I click the done button, you can see that this format it's a change as our wish, right? We have quickly change our format. If you want to change the font type, you can click the font which you want to apply and I can increase the font size as you want, and if you want to be bold, you can bold, and I just want to be bold these headers, right? It will look really awesome, right? Now if you want to quickly find out the statistic details, it's a very simple to find out the statistic details. I want to find out the statistic details for the unit price, so I'm going to select the unit price range. Then I'm going to come to the right side bottom corner. The statistic data is available. The total value is 59, average value is 11.8, minimum value is 7, maximum value is 16. There are 5 data selected and there are 5 records are available, right? This is how you can quickly find out the statistic details from the spreadsheet. Likewise, if you want to see these statistic details, this is the tax related details available. There are 5 records available, right? So this is how you can quickly find out the statistic data from the right side bottom corner, right? And if you want to get the duplicate table, how can we get the duplicate table? It's a very simple. If you want to make a duplicate, you just select the data and you can press the Ctrl plus C. It means that copy, and I want to apply this table to here, so I'm going to paste it Ctrl plus V and the same data duplicated to here. So this is how you can make a duplicate. If you don't want, you just select the column and you can right click and you can delete columns, right? Everything has gone, right? And if you want to move this data into here, how can we move? Move mean the original place it will not appear, the newly where we want to apply there, that place it's showing, right? So that is a move. So if I want to move, how can we move? It's a very simple. First select the data and I can use the shortcut Ctrl plus X. I want to move the chart to here or table to here. I can select the cell and I can press the Ctrl plus V button. If I press the Ctrl plus V button, the data is moving from here to here, right? And if I don't want, you just click the undo button, it will go the previous action, right? So this is the basic managing data information. Welcome to this section. In this section we are going to look at that how can we download the Google Sheet in a different format. I'm going to open the product details with the price. We have already entered the data into this spreadsheet, and now I'm going to download in a different format. If I want to download in a different format, you can use that file menu. So I'm going to go to the file. Under the file you can see that a download option. Under the download option, the variety of formats are available. The first one is Microsoft Excel, the second one is Open Document, the third one is PDF, and the fourth one is Web Page, HTML, and then the next one is CSV, and the final one is TSV. Now I'm going to show you how can we download in a Microsoft Excel format as well PDF format. So I'm going to click the file menu and I'm going to choose the download option. Under the download option you can see that Microsoft Excel. I'm going to click the Microsoft Excel. If you want to change the file name, you can change the file name, but I don't want to change the file name, so I'm going to click the Save button. If I click the Save button, you can see that it's downloading right now. And if I minimize, you can see this is the file which we downloaded from the Google Sheet. So I'm going to open this one. Wow, it's really awesome. The same file, it's up here in the Microsoft Excel format. As well, if you want to be download in the PDF format, how can we download? It's very simple, the same process. I'm going to click the file menu. If I click the file menu, you can see the download option. Under the download option, you can see that PDF format. You can modify this menu. For an example, if you want to change the paper size, you can change the paper size. I want to change the paper size like A4 sheet, and I'm going to choose the portrait mode, right? And if you want to be change anything else, you can change. After that, you can click the export button. If I click the export button, it will ask that where you want to save this file. I want to save this file in the desktop and the same name, right? And I'm going to click the save button. If I click the save button, it's downloading, and you can see this file. This is the file which we downloaded from the Google Sheet in PDF format. So you can see it's really great, right? So this is how you can download the file in a different format from the Google Sheet, right? As well, if you want to upload the file, you can upload, and after that if you want to modify that one, you can modify with the Google Sheet. Then if you want to download, you can download. I will show you. I'm going to go to the home page of the Google Sheet, and if I want to upload the file, you can upload. There are two type of file we can upload from your computer to Google Sheet. The first one is CSV file, the other one is Microsoft Excel format. So I'm going to upload in the Microsoft Excel format. So I'm going to click the file picker. I'm going to choose that upload button. After that, I'm going to click the browse button, and where the file is available, the file is available in the desktop, Google Sheet at Work, Impress Your Boss. I'm going to choose the file is available in the chapter 2 and product sold details, right? And I'm going to upload that one, and it's uploading into your Google Sheet. And this is a file I export or upload from my computer to Google Sheet. And now if you want to edit anything else, you can edit. For example, I'm going to insert the new row here. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to click the insert row above, and I'm going to put that this is the I'm going to put that phone, right? I'm going to type this is a phone, and the region is I'm going to put that I'm going to type East, right? East, and here I'm going to type 50, right? So then now I'm going to download in the Microsoft Excel format, and I'm going to highlight this one, right? Because I want to show you this is I'm going to highlight this one in a different color. So I'm going to put this color, And now I'm going to be download the file. If I want to download, I can go to the file and I'm going to be click the download, and I'm going to download in the Microsoft Excel format. If I click the Microsoft Excel format, it will ask that where you want to save the file. So now I'm going to be save the file in the desktop, and I'm going to be save it. So now if you go to the desktop, you can see that this is the file which we uploaded into the Google Sheet, and we have edited that one. That file we download in the desktop, right? So everything is perfect. Likewise, if you want to be download in the PDF format, you are able to download in the PDF format also, the same process, right? So this is how you can upload the file into the Google Sheet, and you can download in the different format. Welcome to this section. In this section, we are going to look at that how can we protect the sheets and range in the Google Sheet. As a first part, we are going to look at that how can we protect the sheet. If you want to protect the sheet, we have to have a two account to show in a deep manner how to protect the sheet in a Google Sheet, right? So I'm going to come to the Google homepage of the Google Sheet, and you can see that this is the owner account, that is Ahmed 325432 account. Now I'm going to open my other temporary account, right? I'm going to open other account, that is Best Excel Learners, right? This is the best Excel course at gmail.com, right? The owner of this spreadsheet is Ahmed 325432. And the best Excel course at Gmail is the first user, right? So I'm going to show you how can we protect the sheet, right? I'm going to go to the owner workspace, and I'm going to click the protect shown details in 2024 March. If you want to protect the sheet, we have a three-way. The first way, you can go to the data, and you can see that protect sheets and range. If I click the protect sheets and range, the protected sheets and range window, it will be pop up, and you can protect the sheet. This is the first way. The second way, if you right click inside the spreadsheet, you can see that the last one is view more cell action. Under the view more cell action, you can see that protect the range. So if I click the protect the range, protected sheets and range option, it will come. The third way, if you come to the sheet area, you can right click this one. If you right click, you can see that protect the sheets, right? These three way you are able to protect the sheets and range. Now I'm going to be show you how can we protect the sheet. This is the owner workspace, that is the Ahmed 325432. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to be protect this sheet. How can we protect the sheet? It's a very simple. I'm going to protect the sheet, and also I'm going to be share with the first user, that is the best Excel learners at gmail.com, right? So how can we protect the sheet and share with the best Excel learners at gmail.com? It's a very simple. First, I'm going to apply the first way, that is go to the data, and I'm going to click the protect sheets and range, and I'm going to click the add a sheet or range. If I click the add sheets or range, and you can see that the range and sheet options are available. Now I'm going to show you how can we protect the sheet. If I click the sheet, you can see that protect details sheets available here. If you have a more sheet, for example, if you have a more sheet, it will show there. It has only one sheet. I'm going to be click right now. There are two sheets available. If I click here, there are three sheets available, right? There are three sheets available. But I want to protect which sheet? Protect details sheet, right? So I'm going to select the sheet, right? And then I'm going to click the set permission. If I click the set permission, you can see that the range editing permission option, it will come, right? So if you look at this one, there are two options available. Show a warning when editing this range, right? The second one is restrict who can edit this range. So if I select this one, what will happen? Just showing the warning message when we type the sheet. So I will show you. I'm going to click the done button and changes are saved, and I'm going to share this file into bestexcellearners.com. So I'm going to click the share button. I'm going to search the person bestexcelcourse@gmail.com, right? bestexcelcourse@gmail.com. I'm going to type the message here. This is the product details. And I'm going to send this one. If I click the send button, what will happen? This Excel sheet I shared with the bestexcelcourse@gmail.com. You can see I'm going to click this one, and I'm going to go to the email. I'm going to go to the email, and if I click the email, you can see that my Gmail account, it will open, right? And you can see that a spreadsheet share with product sold details, and I'm going to click this one, and Ahmed Mubin shared the spreadsheet, right? And I'm going to open this spreadsheet, right? I'm going to open the spreadsheet, and you can see that if I type anything else inside this range, what will happen? Just warning, it will show, right? I'm going to show you what's the warning it will come, right? For example, if I double click, you can see the warning message, it was come there. So this is the first way that protect the sheet with a warning. The second way, I'm going to go to the owner's workspace. So this is our owner workspace, right? And you can see here the product details with a warning. Just warning, it's a pop-up. But if you don't want to edit anything else in this sheet, you can change the setting. How can we change the setting? It's a very simple. I'm going to click this one, right? And I'm going to come here, and I'm going to change the permission. The permission is restrict who can edit this range, and I'm going to select that only you. If you select the only you, the owners only can edit this sheet. Nobody can edit the sheet, right? If I select restrict who can edit this range, only you, the owners only edit the range. Nobody can edit the range. I'm going to click the done button. If I click the done button, the changes are saved. After that, if you go there in the first users area, I'm going to go to the first users area. This is bestexcelcourse@gmail.com. If I try to edit anything else in this sheet, it will not allowed. I'm going to show you. If I double click and enter anything else, we can't enter anything else. You can see I select and I try to edit, but it will not change because we have protect this sheet. Sometimes if you want to protect the sheet, but some ranges only are editable one, how can we set up? It's a very simple. I'm going to go to the owner workspace, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to protect the sheet with some ranges only editable one. How can we change? It's a very simple. I'm going to click this one. If I click this one, there is a one option is except certain cell. If I click this option, we have to select the range which you want to edit the users, right? So I'm going to select the range. I'm going to select the range. This range only can edit, right? But this product and regions are nobody can edit. As well, the sheets are cannot be edited, but only the user can edit unit solve. So I'm going to set up like that, right? And I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to click the done button. If I click the done button, what will happen? From C5 to C10 only editable one, the users, but other rest of the cells are cannot be edited one. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to the users area, and here you can't edit one, you can't edit, you can see there was a problem. You're trying to edit protected cell or object. Please contact the spreadsheet owner to remove protection if you need to edit. But here it will not pop up. You can edit this one because we have set up that one. So you can change this one, for example 253 and 65, and here 85, it's 95, it's 100, but the rest of the cells are you cannot be added, right? So this is how you can protect the sheet. Welcome to chapter 3. Under this chapter we are going to look at the common shortcut keys in Google Sheet. If you are going to work with the Google Sheet in a fast manner, you should understand or you should know that the shortcut keys. So the shortcut key is very important if you're going to do your work as much as fast, right? I have showed out 19 common shortcut keys which are going to use frequently in Google Sheet. So these are the 19 common shortcut key which we are going to use in Google Sheet. So the first shortcut is Ctrl+C, copy selected cell. The second shortcut key is Ctrl+V, paste copied cell. The third shortcut key is cut selected cell. And the fourth shortcut key is undo the last section. The fifth shortcut key is Ctrl+Y, redo the last section. The sixth shortcut key is Ctrl+A, select all cells. The seventh shortcut key is Ctrl+B, apply bold formatting. The eighth shortcut key is Ctrl+I, apply italic formatting. The ninth shortcut key is Ctrl+U, apply underline formatting. The 10th shortcut key is F2, edit the selected cell. The 11th shortcut key is Ctrl+F, open the find dialog box. The 12th shortcut key is Ctrl+H, open the find and replace dialog box. The 13th shortcut key is Ctrl++, zoom in. The 14th shortcut key is Ctrl+-, zoom out. The 15th shortcut key is print the current workbook, Ctrl+P. The 16th shortcut key is Ctrl+ semicolon, insert the current date. The 17th shortcut key is Ctrl+ Shift+ colon, enter the current time. And the 18th shortcut key is Ctrl+ Home, go to the cell A1. And 19th shortcut key is Ctrl+N, go to the last cell with the data. So these are the major and common shortcut key which we used in the Google Sheet. Now we are going to look at the common shortcut key which we are going to use in the Google Sheet. If I do the practical way, you can easily to understand how to use this shortcut key in Google Sheet. In order to do that, I'm going to click the file picker and I'm going to choose that upload button and I'm going to choose browse button. And if I click the browse button, you can see that I'm going to choose the chapter 3, that is shortcut keys, and you can download this file in the resource section, no need to worry about it. You can see here this is the employees personal information details, it's available. I just use for this information to show how can we apply the shortcut keys in Google Sheet. So the first employees ID and the full name, position and department, that's it. And I'm going to I'm going to come to the shortcut keys area, and you can see the first two shortcut keys I'm going to apply. Ctrl+C is copy, Ctrl+V is paste. So if I want to make a duplicate, you just select the range, right? And I'm going to press the Ctrl+C, and I want to get the duplicate table like this table to here. I'm going to select the place which I want to apply. then I'm going to use the shortcut to paste Control V. So if I apply the Control V, you can see that the same data set duplicate to here. I'm going to double click. If I double click, it will rearrange as per our requirement, right? So you can see here every data is the same like this table, right? So this is the shortcut to Control C is a copy and Control V is paste, right? So the next one is Control X cut and Control V paste, right? I'm going to show you how can we cut and paste. So I'm going to come here. Cut and paste mean I'm going to remove this table. So I'm going to delete this column, right? Cut and paste mean if you want to move the charts, or if you want to move the data, or if you want to move the table, you can use the cut shortcut key, right? So how can we use? It's a very simple. I'm going to select this table. I want to move from here to here, right? So I'm going to select the table, right? And I'm going to choose that shortcut key is Control X, and I'm going to paste it here. It means that I want to move this table to here. So I'm going to press the Control V, and you can see that the data is moved from here to here. So this is the shortcut key that cut and paste, right? The next one is Control Z undo, Control Y redo. It means that if you want to go back to the previous action, you can use the shortcut keys Control Z. The previous action is what I did, I rearranged this column, right? So you can see I'm going to press Control plus Z. You can see I rearranged this column. That's what I'm going to double click. This is the undo, and redo mean if you want to go back to the last action, you can use the redo also. So the shortcut key is Control Y. The last action what I did that rearrange this column. So I'm going to show you Control Y. So it's a rearranged, right? So this was the last action I did. So Control Z and Control Y, it's used for undo, redo the action. Now I'm going to move this table to here, right? Everything is okay. The next shortcut key is that select all cell. So if I want to select all cell, you just press Control plus E. If I press the Control plus E, the all sheet cells are selected, right? So the shortcut key is Control E, right? If you press here also, the entire sheet it will select it, right? So the shortcut key is Control A, select the all cell. The seventh shortcut key is Control B, apply bold, Control I, apply italic, Control U, apply underlining. So I'm going to show you. For example, here I'm going to insert the new row above, right? And I'm going to insert the new row above, right? And another new row. So here I'm going to put that. I'm going to merge this one, and I'm going to put the name is new employees details, right? Details. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to use the shortcut Control B is bold. So I'm going to press the Control B, it will change as a bold, and Control U is underline. You can see it will underline, you can see here. And also if I want to apply the italic, so I can use that Control I, so it will change as a italic format. So this is how you can use the Control B, Control I, Control U for underline, italic and bold, right? The next shortcut key is edit the selected cell, that is a F2. So if I want to edit this cell, I can select the cell and you can press the keyboard F2. If I press the F2, the editing option will come and you can edit the cell. The next one is open the find dialog box is Control F. If you want to open the find dialog box, you can press the Control F. If I press the Control F, it will ask that what you want to find in the sheet, and I'm going to search that 9002. If I enter the 9002, it will highlight it here. So the shortcut key for the find option, Control F. Right, I'm going to close this one. The next shortcut key is find and replace. If I want to replace one word, you can use the shortcut Control plus H. I'm going to use Control plus H. And here you can see that I'm going to change 9010 employees ID number as a 9012. So I'm going to find 9010 and I'm going to replace that ID as 9012. So in the search mode, I'm going to choose this sheet, and if you want that all sheet, you can choose all sheet, but I'm going to choose this sheet, and I'm going to click the replace all. If I click the replace all, this 9010, it will change as a 9012. I'm going to click replace all. You can see here, right? So I'm going to done. So this is how you can use the shortcut to find out and replace the value by using Google Sheet, that is the Control plus H. The next one is zoom in, zoom out. So if I want to zoom in, Control plus button, right? And if I press again Control plus, it will zoom in. This zoom in, it's working in the browser zoom in, right? Not Google Sheet zoom in, but browsing zoom in button, right? So I'm going to show you. If I click here, you can see that zoom in is 125. And if I want to zoom out, you can press Control plus minus, and if I press the Control plus minus, it will zoom out, right? So this is not for the Google Sheet, but it's used for the browsing shortcut key for zoom in and zoom out, right? The next one is Control P, print the current workbook. So if I want to print the current workbook, you can use the Control P. I'm going to press the Control P. You can see that you need to select the page size and page orientation, and everything is okay. You just click the next, it will print. So the print option shortcut key is Control plus P. The next one is Control semicolon, insert the current date. Control Shift plus colon, enter the current time. If I want to enter the current date, I'm going to type here prepare. I'm going to put the time. I'm going to put the date here. So if I want to put the date, I can use the Control plus semicolon. It will insert the current date. And if I want to insert the current time, I can use the shortcut key is Control plus Shift plus common. So you can see this is the time, the current time. And then 18 shortcut key is Control plus home. Go to the A1 cell and Control plus end the last cell. It means that if I want to come back to the A1, wherever you are, for example, I'm here, but I want to move it to here. If I want to move to here, I can use, for example, I am in the active cell is J995, but I want to go to the A1 cell. So if I want to go to the A1 cell, I can press the Control plus home button and it will move, it will go to the A1 cell. And if I want to go to the last cell, it means that this is the last cell. If I want to go here, you can use the Control plus N button. So I can show you Control plus N button. If I press, it will go to the last cell, right? So this is how you can use the shortcut key in the Google Sheet. I hope that you understand well. Welcome to chapter 4. Under this chapter we are going to look at that how can we bookmark the Google Sheet in your web browser, as well how can we use the Google Sheet in offline mode. As the first part, we are going to look at that how can we bookmark the Google Sheet in your web browser. I'm going to open the Google Chrome. This is my web browser. So if I want to bookmark the Google Sheet, first I'm going to go to the Google Sheet. So I'm going to click the Google Sheet, right? So I want to bookmark this Google Sheet homepage as a bookmark. In order to do that, I can click this 3 button. If I click this 3 button, you can see that bookmarks and lists are available, and I'm going to click the first one, bookmark this tab. If I click the bookmark this tab, bookmark, it will add a pop-up message, it will show, and I'm going to click the done button. So if I click the new tab, what will happen? The bookmark list are available in this bar, right? We don't have any bookmark, we just have only one bookmark, that is the Google Sheet. So if I want to access the Google Sheet homepage immediately, you just click the Google Sheet. If I click the Google Sheet, what will happen? The Google Sheet, it will open in your web browser. So this is a bookmark of the Google Sheet, right? So I'm going to close this tab. Now we are going to look at how can we use the Google Sheet in offline mode. If I want to use the Google Sheet in offline mode, you just click this 3 tab. This is the main menu. You just come to the main menu of the Google Sheet homepage, and you can see that the setting is available. If I click the setting, you can see that offline mode, it's already installed in computer, right? So this is how I cannot enable this Google Sheet offline mode, but your account, it will turn off, right? So if it is turned off, you just turn on this offline button. What will happen? The necessary setting, it will install in your computer, right? So I cannot show you at this time because I have already installed the Google Sheet offline mode in my computer, right? If you turn on, what will happen? The Google Sheet offline setup, it will install in your computer. The message will pop up, right? And don't click the dismiss until the completing message will show, right? After completing message shows, you just click the OK button. After that, you just come and click this one, and I'm going to create the shortcut, Google Sheet shortcut in your desktop. So in order to do that, I can come here and I'm going to click the serve and share button, and I'm going to click the create shortcut. Here I'm going to type that Google Sheet, right? Google Sheets, and I'm going to click the create button. After click the create button, you are able to see in your computer that Google Sheet shortcut, it will appear in your computer. So now what is the offline mode? If I don't have a internet connection, you are able to access the Google Sheet, right? And you can do anything else. You can edit your data, and you can create the new spreadsheet. Whatever action you want to do in your Google Sheet, you can do it, right? Whenever internet connection restore, or whenever your connection reconnect, all the data, it will be uploaded in your Google account. So this is the usage of the Google Sheet offline, right? So I will show you. I have installed the Google Sheet offline in my computer, right? So now I'm going to turn off my internet connection, right? I'm going to disconnect this one. So now I don't have a internet connection, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the Google Sheet. If I click the Google Sheet, you can see that bestexcelcourse@gmail.com, I have installed the offline mode, right? Google Sheet offline mode, and I'm going to click the new spreadsheet, right? I'm going to type some data here. For an example, name of the student, right? Then say here I am going to put that the marks, right? English marks, right? English marks, right? And here I am going to type Kavi, right? Kavi, Balu, Amar, right? Amar. And here I am going to type 65, 36 and 68, right? And I am going to bold this one, and I am going to put the all borders here, right? All borders here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this one. I'm going to close this one, right? And I'm going to connect the internet right now. And if I connect the internet, what will happen? All the data, it will be uploaded in my Google account. So I'm able to see what are the things I type. I can see there. I will show you. So I'm going to open the Google Chrome. Right, I'm going to open the Google Chrome and I'm going to click the Google Sheets. And now you can see that this is our lastly edited one, untitled spreadsheet, and I'm going to click this one, right? And you are able to see what are the things I type there, it will show here, right? So this is the usage of the Google Sheet offline mode. Welcome to this section. In this section we are going to look at how can we integrate Microsoft Excel with the Google Sheet. This is called that auto sync with the Microsoft Excel and Google Sheet, right? It means that if you change anything else in a Google Sheet, it's automatically reflected and automatically updated in your Microsoft Excel. How can we integrate? It's a very simple. I'm going to come to the home page of the Google Sheet, and I'm going to click this file picker, and I'm going to choose that upload button, and I'm going to click this browse button, and the chapter is chapter 5, and I'm going to click that auto sync, and it's uploading right now. If you want to be automatically update the data, if I change anything else in a Google Sheet with the Microsoft Excel, first you have to publish this Google Sheet as a web-based sheet. So how can we set up? It's a very simple. I'm going to go to the file and I'm going to click that share button. Under the share button you can see that publish to web. So if you want to be auto sync with the Microsoft Excel and Google Sheet, first you have to be published the Google Sheet as a web-based sheet. So I'm going to click this publish to web, and it will pop up the message publish to the web, an entire document, or you can choose the sheet only. I'm going to choose the entire document, right? I'm going to click the publish content and setting, and entire document need to update, and you need to be make sure this checkbox, because if you uncheck it will not automatically update the changes, right? So you need to make sure that checkbox need to checked, right? And you can see that automatically republish when the changes are made. If I click the publish, what will happen? The link, it will generate itself. I'm going to click this one and I'm going to click OK button, and you can see that the link is available here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to the Microsoft Excel. I'm going to open the Excel 2016. I'm installing 2016. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to come to the data and I'm going to click the new query, and I'm going to choose that from other sources. Under the other sources you can see that from web. So here I'm going to paste that link. Now you can enter the address here. So I'm going to press that. I'm going to copy the address here, Control C, and I'm going to paste it here, Control V, and I'm going to click the OK button. So now you can see that there are two options are come, table 0, document. So if I click the table it's available here, right? So and if I click the document, there is nothing, right? So I'm going to click the table, and I want to edit this table as per our requirement. So you can see that the columns 1, columns 2 are no need for us, as well the other informations are no need. This first row and second rows are we don't need, right? If you look at this one, you can see employee ID, from employee ID to employee ID, full name, position, department, and phone number, and other things are we just need. So these other things are don't need employee personal information, something like that. So that's why I am going to be edit this table. So if I want to edit, I just click the edit button. If I click edit button, what will happen? The Power Query editor, it will open. Now I'm going to be remove the first and the second column. I'm going to hold this control, and I'm going to be remove the columns. I'm going to click, and here I don't want this row. I'm going to select the first row, and I'm going to click the remove rows, and remove rows, top rows, how many rows I want to remove, first and second. So I'm going to be type 2, and I'm going to be click OK. The first 2 row, it will be gone, right? And now everything is okay, right? And you can see that use the first row as a header. So I'm going to click the use first row as a header, right? Everything is okay right now. So now I'm going to be close and load to Microsoft Excel format. So I'm going to click the close and load, and if I click the close and load, you can see that if I click the inside the data, what will happen? The table tool and query tool, it's automatically appear in the ribbon, and if you want to be change anything else, you can change anything else, right? So for an example, if you want to change the table style, you can change the table style here, right? But I don't need to change anything else, but I just want to be update the table. If it is changes anything else in the Google Sheet, it need to be applied here. I'm going to click the query, and I'm going to choose that property. Under the property, you can see that fast data load. It means that if I check this one, as soon as possible, it will update automatically, right? But in 2019 and above version, it's more fast than 2016. So I'm going to check this one, and I'm going to be click OK. So you can see that there are 20 rows are loaded here, and columns, employees ID, full name, position, department, and phone. Last refreshed 10:57 p.m. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to be make sure any updated or any changes happen in the Google Sheet, it's reflected here or not. So in order to do that, I'm going to come here, and I'm going to be enter the new row. I'm going to enter 3 record. For example, I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to be paste it here, and I'm going to change this one 7021, 7022, and 7023. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here, and I'm going to be refresh that one. If I refresh, what will happen? Then 3 new record should appear here. Then only our works are perfect. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to click the inside the data, and I'm going to click the query, and I'm going to click the refresh, and I'm going to click the refresh. If I click the refresh, it will automatically update. You can see here the new 3 records are appeared here. So this is how you can automatically integrate with the Google Sheet to Microsoft Excel. Welcome to the chapter 6. Under this chapter, we are going to look at the major and common numerical related tasks at the workplace. In this section, we are going to cover the 10 major and frequently used numerical related functions at workplace. So I'm going to open the file. I'm going to go to the Google Sheet, and I'm going to click the file picker, and I'm going to choose that upload option in the Google Sheet, and I'm going to choose the browse button, and I'm going to choose the file which is available under the I'm going to choose the file. The file is available Google Sheet at Workplace, and I'm going to choose that Chapter 6 numerical related task at work, and I'm going to select the file, and it's uploading right now. You can see here in this file it consists that two worksheet. The first one is it's a definition area, that means the numerical function definition area, and we have covered 10 major numerical related function in the Google Sheet. Then second one is this is the practice file, right? So I'm going to go to the numerical functions definition area, and you can see here this is the numerical related function at Workplace. So there are 10 function I have showed out. The first one is sum function, the second one is average function, the third function is max function, the fourth function is min function, the fifth function is round function, the sixth function is sum if function, the seventh function is count function, and the eighth function is count a function, the ninth function is count if function, and the 10th function is rank function. So we are going to look at that one by one. What are those functions? The first function is sum function. The sum function adds value. You can add individual or range of values. It means that if you want to add the individual value or range of value, you are able to use the sum function. And the syntax is, first we have to put that equal sign. When you're going to be write the formulas or function, you should put that as a first equal sign. So the first we have to put that equal sign, then we need to call the sum function. So we have to write sum, start the bracket and select the range, then close the bracket and hit enter. That's it. So that is the sum function. The second function is average function. If you want to calculate the average value of the given range, you can use the average function. The syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the average function, then start the bracket and select the range, then close the bracket, hit enter. That's it. The third function is max function. If you want to find out the largest numerical value or maximum value in a particular range, you can use the max function. The syntax is, first we have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the max function, start the bracket, then select the range, then close the bracket and hit enter. That's it. The fourth function is min function. If you want to find out the minimum value, or if you want to return the smallest numerical value, you can use the min function. So the syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the min function, start the bracket and select the range, close the bracket, hit enter. That's it. The fifth function is round function. If you want to round the particular value, you can use the round function, right? In the round function, you need to be enter the digit, which digit you want to round, right? So the syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the round function, start the bracket and select the cell, then comma, number of digit you have to enter. For an example, if you want to round the value in the whole number, you need to put that 0 digit, because the digit is 0, and then close the bracket and hit enter. So if you want to find out, or if you want to return the value in the nearest one digit number, so you can enter 1 into the second argument in the round function, then close the bracket and hit enter. The value it will return the first digit, right? So that is the round function. No need to worry about it. We will do the practical. When I do the practical, you can easily to understand what I am trying to explain. It's a very simple. The sixth function is sum if function. The sum if function returns the sum of cells that meet a single condition. It means that if you have a single criteria or if you have a single condition you want to sum up, you can use the sum if function, right? If you want to return the sum value of particular range with the single condition or single criteria, you can use the sum if function. The syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign. Then you need to call the sum if function, start the bracket and select the range which is consists the criteria, right? Comma, the second argument we have to put the criteria, comma, which value you are going to sum. That is the third argument you have to enter. Then close the bracket and hit enter. That's it. The seventh function is count function. If you want to count based on the numerical value or numbers, you can use the count function. The syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the count function, start the bracket and select the range, then close the bracket, hit enter. The eighth function is count a function. If you want to return the count of the cell which is consists that text value or string value, so you can use that count a function, right? So the syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal, then you need to call the count a function, start the bracket, select the range, then close the bracket, hit enter. That's it. The ninth function is count if function. It's use count if, one of the statistical functions to count the number of cells that meet a criteria. It means that if you want to count the range based on the single condition or single criteria, you can use the count if function. The syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the count if function, start the bracket, select the range, then criteria you have to write, then close the bracket, hit enter. The final and the 10th function is range function. If you want to find out the range in a particular range, you can find out based on the range function. The syntax is very simple. The first you have to put the equal sign, then you need to call the range function, then start the bracket. At the first you have to select the value which you are going to be find out the range value, comma. The second argument you have to select the data range, comma. Third argument you have to put ascending or descending. If you want to returns the value in the descending order, you need to put that 0. If you want to find out the value in the ascending order, you need to put that 1. Then close the bracket and hit enter. That's it. So these are the major and common numerical related function at workplace. Welcome to this section. In this section we are going to be practice which we studied about the numerical related functions. So I'm going to move to the next sheet, that is the exercise file. So you can see here sales summary details for the year of 2023, right? So the first column is consists the product ID, the second column is product name, the third column is category, and then fourth column is price and unit sold and revenue and rank and round. So these are the headers are available in this data set. There are 20 data available in this worksheet, and you can see that total, average, highest revenue, lowest price, county, total revenue greater than 30, price lesser than 50. So when we do the practice, you can easy to understand. Now we are going to come to the questions area. There are 10 questions available in this worksheet. So I'm going to read and I'm going to find out the solution for the question. So the first one is, what is the total number of unit sold for old product? So we have one column is unit sold. So we have to find out the total value which we sold. So how can we find out the total value? It's a very simple. if we want to be at the values, or if we want to find out the total value, we have to use the sum function. So sum function, we studied about that. The sum function, it's used for at the values. So how can we find out the total value of the unit sold? So it's very simple. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put the equal sign. What is the formulas or function you're going to be write? You need to put the equal sign as a first, then only the Google Sheet, it's a recognize you are going to be write the functions or formula. So first I'm going to put that equal sign, then I'm going to call the sum function. So I'm going to write sum, start the bracket, and we have to select the range. The range is available from E4 to E23. I'm going to close the bracket and I'm going to hit that. If I hit that, you can see that total number of units sold is 720. I don't need autofill, so I'm going to be reject this suggestion, right? You can see that the total number of units sold is 720, and I'm going to prove it. How can I prove? I'm going to select the range, then I'm going to come here in the statistic area, and you can see here the sum is 720. So that is the first question. The second question is that what is the average price, right? Average price of the product. So this is the price. So we have to find out the average value. So if I want to find out the average value of this price, how can I get it, and what is the function I need to call? We need to call the average functions to find out the average price. So I'm going to write here equal. I'm going to call that average function and start the bracket and select the range. The range is available from D4 to, what is that? D23. Then close the bracket and I'm going to hit enter. So you can see that the average value is 220.86, right? That is the average value of this price set, right? So if I want to prove it, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to select the range, then I'm going to come here and I'm going to choose that average 220.86. That's it. The third question is that what is the highest revenue generated from single product, right? So what is the highest revenue generated from a single product? It means that we have to find out the maximum value in the revenue. So if I want to find out the maximum value in the revenue, so we need to call the max function, right? If I want to get the maximum value or largest value, we need to call the max function. So I'm going to type here max function. So I'm going to put that equal, then I need to call the max function, start the bracket, then select the range. The range I'm going to select from F3 to F23, and I'm going to close this one. I'm going to hit enter. So you can see that highest revenue is 60,000, right? I'm going to prove it. So I'm going to select the range, then I'm going to come here and I'm going to see here max is 60,000. It means that maximum value is 60,000. That is a which product? This is the laptop product, and it is coming under the category, it is coming under the electronic category, right? That is the max value. So the fourth question, what is that? What is the lowest price among the product? So we have to find out the lowest value. If I want to find out the lowest value or minimum value, we need to call that min function, right? So I'm going to put that equal sign, then I need to call the min function and start the bracket and select the range. The range I'm going to put that here. I'm going to select the range up to D23, then close the bracket, hit enter. You can see that the lowest price is 20 rupees, and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to select the range. If I select the range, you can see that is right side bottom corner, it's available the statistics. So you can see here min value is 20. So our value is perfect, right? The next question is that assign a rank to each product based on its revenue. We have to find out we have to put the rank based on the revenue generated. It means that highest revenue, it should come the first ring. The lowest revenue, it should come the 20, because there are 20 data sets available. So we are going to be arranged based on the descending order, right? If I want to put the rank based on the descending order, we have to call the rank function, and we have to put the third argument, that is the 0. If I put the 0, it should be the descending order. So how can I put the rank? It's a very simple. I'm going to come to the rank and I'm going to put that equal sign. Then I need to call the rank function, start the bracket, and the argument you can see here. The argument you can see, the rank function, the argument you can see here. The rank of value is a position written in the list showed ascending or descending order, equal rank value. Which value we are going to be rank? The comma data range. Data range means the range you should select, comma ascending or descending. That's it. So I'm going to put it here. The rank, first we have to select the value which you are going to be find out the range. So I'm going to select the value, this value, comma range. We have to select the range, the second parameters. The range is available, the revenue range I need to select. So the revenue range I am going to select, comma descending or ascending. Ascending, if it is ascending we have to put that 1. If it is descending we have to put that 0. This is the 0 because we have to arrange descending order. The first thing, it's come that highest revenue generated, right? So I'm going to put that 0, then I'm going to close the bracket, hit enter. That's it. You can see that this is the first thing. But you can see here, if I drag, what will happen? The range, it will be changed. The range, it will be changed. For example, here you can see that F4 to F23, the range. But here you can see that from F5 to F24, the range it's changed. If I want to fix the range, because the range it's never changed in the rank function, right? So if I want to fix or if I want to lock this range, what should have to do? We have to lock this range. If I want to lock the range, we have to press F4 into the key. F4 into the key. So how can we lock? I'm going to select the cell and I'm going to select the range. Then I'm going to press the F4 into the keyboard. If I press the F4 into the keyboard, you can see that the dollar sign it's a come in each cell. You can see in front of F it's a dollar sign, in front of F dollar sign, as well in front of F it's a dollar sign, and in front of 23 it's a dollar sign. It means that this range is locked. Now what I'm going to be do, I'm going to hit enter. Now I'm going to drag up to the top, up to here. If I drag up to here, this range is perfectly right. If you did not lock this range, the value is changed, therefore our range is totally wrong, right? So this is how you can find out the rank. You can see here there are 13 and 13s coming the one rank. Why? Because you can see here is the 13, here also 13. Why? Because the value is same, that's what it's coming here. Here you can see that this is the 1500, that is why it's a 18th place. As well here also you can see that 1500. This is why this is also become a 18th place. 18th place, right? So the same value it's going to give you the same rank, right? That's a very important. And also if I want a descending, how can I descending? It's a very simple. I'm going to remove the last argument and I'm going to put that 1 and I'm going to hit enter. So you can see that the largest value it's become the largest value become a lowest string, right? Then at the same time the lowest value become a first string. You can see here the lowest value become a first string. That is the ascending order. Now I am going to change as a descending order as per the question. So I'm going to change the 0 and I'm going to hit enter. Then I'm going to drag up to here, right? So everything is perfect. So this is how you can find out the rank function. The next question is that round the revenue of each product to the 0 digit. If I want to round the value in the 0 digit, it's a very simple. So I'm going to come to here and I'm going to put that equal sign. Then I need to call the round function. In the round function, first you have to select the rounding value. I'm going to rounding the value, this revenue, comma, and the digit, what is the digit? 0 digit. It means that whole number we are going to be round. So I'm going to put the 0, then I'm going to close the bracket and hit enter. You can see that the value is rounded up in the 0 digit. You can see here is 2272.50, but here is come 2273 because this is the nearest value, right? This is the rounding value. So that is why. If you want to find out the 1 digit, it's also possible. So I'm going to put it in the second argument, that 1 digit. It means that it will round up. I'm going to put that 1 and hit enter. And I'm going to be drag up to here. Now you can see that if you look at here, 1756.25. So there are two digits available here. But if you look at here, it will round the value in the 1 digit. That should be 1756.3, right? 3. That is the very important thing. So this is how you can round the value in any digit, right? So the question, it's mentioned that 0 digit. I'm going to put that 0 digit and I'm going to hit enter. Then I'm going to drag up to here. Everything is perfect, right? Everything is perfect. The next question is that how many products are there? Calculate based on the price column. You can see that price column is here. If I want to count based on the price, it's a very simple. This is the numerical value. If I want to count the value based on the numerical value, we can call the count function, right? So I'm going to put the equal sign here and I'm going to call that count function, and I'm going to select the range. The range is here. You can see the range is up to D23 and close the bracket, hit enter. So you can see here the count is 20. There are 20 data available in this data set. The next one is how many products have recorded in the list. Calculate the based on the category column. If you look at the category column, this is the text value or string value. If I want to count the value based on the text value or string value, we should call the count a function, right? So here we have to count based on the string value. So I need to call the count a function. So I'm going to put that equal sign. I'm going to call the count a function, start the bracket, and to select the range. The range is category column. So I'm going to select the range, then close the bracket and hit enter. So you can see that there are 20 data available in this data set. That's it. The next one is what is the total revenue for the product with the unit sold greater than 30. It means that we have to find out the revenue, right, which is sold the unit more than 30. It means that more than 30 units sold revenue only we have to take. That is a very important thing. Here is we have a one condition, that is more than 30 units sold revenue only we need to take. So how can we find out those sum value which is the units sold more than 30? It's a very simple. We have a one condition, so we can apply the condition in the sum if function. So I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put that equal sign. then I need to call the sum if function, right? And I'm going to start the bracket, and you can see here in the sum if function what are the arguments are we need to pass. You can see here sum if function range mean what is the range. The criteria has range you need to select, comma, the second parameter is criteria. What is the criteria? The criteria we need to pass within the double quotation, comma, sum range. The sum range we need to select, then close the bracket and hit enter. That's it, right? I'm going to come to here. The first one is the criteria range we have to select. The criteria range is unit sold, so I'm going to select criteria range, comma. The second parameter is we have to put the criteria. What is the criteria? More than 30, right? More than 30 units sold. So I'm going to put that double quotation. We have to enter the criteria within the double quotation. So we have to put that greater than sign and 30 and double quotation, right? Comma, and sum range we have to select. The sum range is this revenue. So I'm going to select that one, right? And close the bracket and hit enter. So you can see here 567.5 rupees, which is revenue for more than 30 units sold range, right? So I'm going to prove it. So I'm going to select the revenue. You can see here units sold. You can see here units sold 50. So we have to select this one. Then second one is 80, more than 30. So I'm going to press the Control plus select the revenue. And this is not come. This is not more than 30. This is just 30. And 45 it's come. It come. And 60 it come. 70 also come. 75 also come, 35 also come, 50 also come, and 40 also come, 65 also come. That's it, right? And if you come here, you can see the sum value 123. You can see here 123,567.50. Everything is perfect, right? So if you have a single criteria to sum up, you can use the sum if function, right? That's it. The final question is that how many products have a price lesser than 50, right? How many products have a price lesser than 50? It means that we need to count, but we have one condition, that is the price lesser than 50. If we want to count plus single criteria, we need to use a count if function. So here we have to count it, the price lesser than 50. So I'm going to put that equal sign. I need to call the count if function and start the bracket. Then I'm going to come to our functions area, and you can see here count if function, what are the parameters we need to pass. You can see here count if function, first we have to select the range, then criteria we have to enter. The criteria we need to write within double quotation, right? So I'm going to show you how can we calculate. So the price lesser than 50, so I'm going to select the range. I'm going to select the range D4 to D23. Then I'm going to put the comma. Second parameters we have to pass the criteria. Criteria is double quotation lesser than 50. So we have to put that lesser than 50 double quotation and close the bracket and hit enter. You can see that lesser than 50 price are available for product. You can see here lesser than 50, it's not come, it's not come, it's not come, it's not come, and this is the one, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. This is how you can use the numerical function in your workplace with the Google Sheet. Welcome to this section. In this section, we are going to look at that how can we use the arithmetical function or arithmetical formula in Google Sheet. This is also very important when you work in the Google Sheet. Alright. So how can we use the arithmetic related formulas? It's a very simple. It means that how to use the plus, minus, multiplication and divided sign into the Google Sheet. It's a very simple. I'm going to show you. I'm going to copy this sheet. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose that copy to the new spreadsheet, and you can see that I'm going to click open new spreadsheet, right? And I'm going to put the title is, what is that? I'm going to put the title is arithmetic function. I'm going to choose the same sheet, but I'm going to delete something else. I'm going to delete these rows, right? And I'm going to delete these questions. I don't need these questions also, right? And I'm going to delete this data also, delete. And I'm going to change this one is as a discount 10%, right? 10%. I need to find out the discount 10% for the revenue, right? And here I am going to find out the net revenue, right? Net revenue I need to find out, and also I need to find out the I'm going to insert another two column, that is I'm going to insert the new two column the right side, and I'm going to put that I need to find out the unit sold, right? Here is I need to put the total revenue for an example, right? I'm going to type it here, total revenue, just for illustration, right? Total revenue, right? So now what I'm going to do, I need to find out the discount 10%. I'm going to give the 10% discount in all the revenue. So if I want to find out, we can use the arithmetic formula also. How can we use? It's very simple. First we have to put that equal sign, because then only the Google Sheet is recognized that you're going to be write the functions of formula. First I'm going to select the revenue. In the revenue, 10% I need to give the discount. So I'm going to put that 0.1. 10% mean 0.1. Then I'm going to hit enter. If I hit enter, you can see that the value is auto-filled. You can see the discount value it's showing here. This is we use the just arithmetic sign, that is a multiplication. The second one is net revenue. The net revenue we are going to calculate this revenue minus this discount. So how can we use this minus sign into the Google Sheet? So it's very simple. I'm going to put that equal, then I'm going to select the revenue minus this discount, and it will show the net revenue. I'm going to be double click. So you can see here net revenue, it's generated right now. The third one is unit sold. How can we get the unit sold, right? You can see here, this is a total revenue divided by the price. Suppose if they did not give the unit sold, how can we find out the unit sold? It's a very simple. Revenue divided by the price, we can find out the unit sold. So I'm going to show you here. So equal, I'm going to put that revenue divided by the divided sign price, we can get the unit sold. So you can see the value is autofill. I just want to show you how can we use the divided sign in the Google Sheet. That's what I put it like this, right? The next one is we have to find out the total revenue. If I want to find out the total revenue, we can use these two columns, net revenue plus discount. We can get the total revenue. So I'm going to show you how can we get it by using plus sign. So I'm going to put that equal, then I'm going to select the discount plus net revenue, and I'm going to hit. You can see that the total revenue, it will show here. So this is how you can use the arithmetic formula also in the Google Sheet. I hope that you understand well. Welcome to the chapter 7. Under this chapter, we are going to look at that what are the difference between the absolute and relative reference. I'm going to open the Google Sheet. I'm going to click the file picker and I'm going to choose that upload, and I'm going to choose the 7th chapter, and I'm going to upload the file, and it's uploading right now. You can see here the relative reference and the absolute reference, right? A relative addresses will change when copied to other location in a worksheet. For an example, equal A1, this is a relative. So if you scroll down, it will change A2, A3, A4, A5 like that. That is the relative reference. And what is the absolute reference? An absolute reference in Google Sheet refers to a reference that is locked, so that rows and columns will not change when copied. It means that if you want to lock the columns or row and columns, you can use the absolute reference. Absolute reference means if you want to lock the column, you can put the dollar sign in front of the column name. Here you can see that, for an example, A1. If you want to lock the column, you can put that in front of A dollar sign. It means that the column is locked. If you want to put that row need to lock, so you can put that dollar sign in front of 1. It means that the row is locked. And if you want to lock rows and columns, you can put that in front of row dollar sign as well, in front of column dollar sign. So you can lock the cell. If you lock the cell, it will call that absolute reference, right? I will show you in the practical manner. It's a very simple. If I show you, you can see here. The first question is that you can see here the salary sheet January 2024. Number, employees name, employees ID, employee salary, increment, and increment based on the relative reference, increment based on the absolute reference, new salary based on the absolute reference, right? And you can see here salary increment 15%, right? So the first question, increment 15% from their salary. You can see here this is the employee salary. And if you want to put the increment, right, 50%, how can we put that? It's very simple. First, I'm going to put that equal sign. I'm going to select the salary in multiple by the increment percentage. You can see here the percentage, it's available here. I'm going to hit that. If I hit that, you can see here. If I put that, you can see here. Here, D3, E3. D3, this is a D3, this is a E3. In the formula, you can see here. D3 multiplied by E3. If I drag, you can see that here D4 and E4. The next one is D5 E5. You can see D5 E5. You can see D5 E5. And the next one is D6 E6. It means that every time the columns and rows are changes. This is called the relative reference. So I'm going to drag up to here. This value, how can we get it? D3 multiplied by the E3. Here is D4 multiplied by the E4. Here is D5 multiplied by the E5. And D6 E6, D7 E7, D8 E8, D9 E9, and D10 E10, and D11 E11. Here D12 E12. Right? This is called the relative reference. The second question is that increment 15% from their salary based on the absolute reference. You can see here in the cell. The cell is 15% available here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find out the increment. So how can we find out? It's very simple. Equal and the salary multiplied by the K2. And I'm going to hit enter. And if I drag, you can see that, you can see here, right, you can see here D3 multiplied by K2. But here if I drag, what will happen? D4 multiplied by K3. D4 it's okay, D4 this one, but K3 is where? this is the value, but there is nothing value. That's what it will show the empty, right? 42,000 multiplied by nothing, so its value is nothing, right? So this is why the value is nothing. Likewise, here you can see d5 is this one, and k4 is this one. So here is nothing. That's what it's come empty here. And if I want to find out the all employees increment percentage, we need to lock this cell, right? If we want to lock the cell, we can use the dollar sign. If we want to lock the column, we need to put that in front of column dollar sign. If you want to lock the row, you can put that in front of row the dollar sign, right? So this is how we can lock. But here we need to lock the rows and column, right? Because I need to lock this cell. If I want to lock this cell, we need to put the dollar sign in front of rows and column, right? I'm going to show you here. I'm going to put the dollar sign. K2 is the, you can see here, K2, we have to lock K2 cell. You can see K2 cell. So I'm going to put the dollar sign in front of column as well rows. If I lock this column and row, the cell, if I put the dollar sign in front of rows and column, it means that the cell locked. So the cell will not change if you drag here. You can see here. Here also K2. Here also K2. Here also K2. So now the value is perfect, right? So this is how you can lock the cell. This is how you can lock the cell, right? And the next question is that new salary based on the absolute reference. So how can we get the new salary based on the absolute reference? The new salary, how can we generate? You can see that new salary based on the absolute reference. How can we generate the new salary based on the absolute reference? Very simple. I'm going to put the equal sign. So the first we have to select the employee salary, and I'm going to put that plus, and then increment rate 15% from their salary. So I'm going to select again employee salary multiple by this percentage, and now I'm going to lock the cell. I'm going to lock the cell. So I'm going to select this cell, and I'm going to put that F4 into the keyboard. I'm going to press the F4 into the keyboard. The rows and columns, the row and column locked, and now I'm going to hit enter. So now I can drag up to here the value, the new salary is generated right now. You can see here 40,000 plus 60, 46, 42, 60, 300, 48,300. Likewise, the salary is generated. So this is the difference between the absolute and relative reference, right? Welcome to the chapter 8. Under this chapter we are going to look at the paste special option in Google Sheet. It means that if you are going to work with the Google Sheet, we should understand the difference between paste and paste special. There are many options are available in the paste special. So I'm going to show you one by one. So I'm going to go to the chapter 8. I'm going to click the file picker, and I'm going to choose that upload, and I'm going to choose the browse button, and I'm going to select the 8th chapter, and I'm going to upload the paste special file, right? And it's uploading right now, and you can see here this is the spreadsheet for the paste special. You can see here petty case expenses summary 2024, details category January expenses, right? You can see here details office supply, it's coming under the office expenses category, and January expenses $500, and the travel, it's coming under the traveling category, and January expenses 2000. Likewise, there are 3 type of categories are available, right? office expenses, traveling and tech. 3 type of categories are available in the petty case expenses, and the total also it's coming here. If you click the next sheet, details available here, right? So the first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this one, right? And I'm going to paste the value only from this range to here, right? How can we put the value only? It's a very simple. First I'm going to copy this range, then I'm going to press the Ctrl plus C, then I'm going to come to the February, and I'm going to select the place which I want to apply the value, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose the paste special. Here you can see that values only. The shortcut key is Ctrl Shift plus V. Alright, I'm going to press. You can see that the value only is appear here. And if you want to change, you can change it. For an example, 400, here I'm going to change it 800, here I'm going to change it 800, like that, right? Whatever changes you want, you can change it, right? The first option is values only. The second paste special option is format only. It means that you can see here, if you look at the format in this cell, you can see here this is the italic form, Time New Roman font, and the size is 12, right? And background color is like a pink color. So I want only copy the format, and also I'm going to paste it here. How can I apply the format only? It's very simple. I just select one cell and I'm going to press the Ctrl C, and here where I want to apply this format, you need to select, then right click, and I'm going to choose that format only. If I apply the format only, you can see here the value, you can see the Time New Roman, and here also Time New Roman, and font size is 12. Likewise, I want to copy the headline also. I'm going to select one cell and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to come here and select the range, then I'm going to select the format only, and here also I'm going to copy this Ctrl C, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to paste special, and I'm going to choose the format only. Here also I'm going to copy, right, and I'm going to select here and I'm going to choose the paste special and format only, right? That's it. So this is how we can apply the format only, which we copy the cell. The next option is formula only. For example, here you can see that here we apply the formula. Here we apply the formula, that is the sum value C4 to C14. C4 to C14, right? If I double click, you can see that range is selected, right? So if I want to copy the formula only, I just select the cell and I'm going to press the Ctrl C, and I'm going to come here, I'm going to apply here, and right click, paste special and formula only. You can see that the value is applied here. Sometime if you want to add the value, for example, you can add the value. Sometime if you add the new value, for example, I'm going to insert the new row above, so I'm going to choose, and I'm going to choose this format, Ctrl C, and I'm going to paste it, Ctrl V, right, format only, and here I'm going to select one record, and I'm going to paste value only, right, value only, and you can see the formula, it's coming C4 to C14. But if I want to change that 15, you just select the range. You just need to extend one cell and everything is perfect. So this is how you can copy the formula and you can paste it, but you need to make sure that the formula is correct or not, right, based on your requirement. That's very important. The next one is conditional format only. So if I want to get the conditional format only from the applied range, you can use the option is conditional format only, right, conditional conditional formatting only. So first I am going to put the conditional formatting here. So I am going to put the format. I am going to choose the conditional formatting. What is the conditional formatting I am going to use? If the value is more than 1500, right, or 2000, more than 1600, I am going to choose that greater than or equal to 1600. The cell should be this color, right, and I am going to done. So here in this range we apply the conditional formatting. These conditional formatting I want to apply this range. So how can I apply? It's very simple. I just select one cell and I'm going to copy the cell, and I'm going to come to this February month, and I'm going to select, right, and right click, and I'm going to paste this special and conditional formatting apply. If I change it 1400, it will not highlight, you can see. If it is more than 1600, it will only highlight. So this is how you can copy the formatting only, right? The next one is data validation. You can see here there are three major categories are available. The first one is office expenses, the second one is traveling, then fourth one is tech. So I'm going to delete this category, right? I'm going to apply the data validation, right? So I'm going to select the range as a first, right? And I'm going to choose the data, and I'm going to choose the data validation, and I'm going to add the rule. The first I'm going to add the first one. What is that? Office expenses. I'm going to choose the office expenses. The second one is traveling. I'm going to type office.exp, right? And that second one is traveling. The third one is I'm going to apply office expenses, traveling, and technology, right? Tech. And I'm going, if you want to change the color, you can change the color, right? And if you want to show just arrow mark, you just select that, and I'm going to done this one, right? And this you can select the category here. You can, for example, here I'm going to change that one as office expenses, and for example, this is a traveling, this is the office, and this is the office, and this is the office, this is the technology, and this is the technology, this is the office, this is the technology, this is the repairing is coming under the office, and event is coming the office, right? We have set the data validation in this category columns. And now what I'm going to apply, I'm going to apply this data validation in this sheet. So I'm going to select one cell, then I'm going to copy, Control C, then I'm going to come here, I'm going to delete this one, right? And I'm going to paste it. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to select the paste special. Here I'm going to apply the data validation only. And now the same data validation, it's a happier here. For example, office expenses, it should be the traveling. This is the office, right? And this is the office, and this is also office, and this is also, this is the technology, this is the technology, this is the office, and the software it's related with the technology, and repair it should come the office, even it should come the office, and this is also office. So this is how you can apply the data validation by using paste special option. The next paste special option is transpose. It means that if you want to change vertical to horizontal or horizontal to vertical, you can use the transpose option in the paste special. For example, I'm going to select the range, then I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to select the place which you want to transpose, right? And I'm going to click the paste special and click the transpose button, and you can see here, right? You can see here everything is a perfect, right? The total, you can see here the details it's coming here, category it's coming here, and the February expense is coming here. The total it's appear here. You can see everything is perfect. So this is how you can transpose the data by using paste special option, right? Now I am going to delete this one. I'm going to delete. So I'm going to delete the row. Now we are going to discuss about the width column only. It means that you can see here, I'm going to adjust the column width, right? Like this, right? And here this is the setting the column like this. If I want to apply this column width into this table, how can I apply? It's a very simple by using paste special. And I'm going to select the column width and I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste the same column width. So I'm going to select the range, then I'm going to right click, paste the special column width only. Now you can see that it will change as per this column width, right? So this is the column width only. So this is how you can use the paste special in a different way, right? Welcome to the chapter 9. In this chapter we are going to look at the text related task at workplace in Google Sheet. In this section I'm going to cover the major text related function which can be useful for your workplace to done some certain text related data management work. I'm going to come to the home page of the Google Sheet and I'm going to click the file picker and I'm going to choose that upload and I'm going to choose the browse button and I'm going to choose that chapter 9 text related function. It's uploading right now. Just wait a little bit. You can see here the spreadsheet consists of two worksheets. The first one is text function definition. The second one is text related function exercise, right? So I'm going to come to the text related function definition area and I'm going to introduce these 10 major text related function. The first function is the left function. The second function right, the third function is concatenate, then the fourth function is upper, and the fifth function is lower, and the sixth function is mid, and seventh function is a proper, eighth function is a trim, ninth function is a ripped, and final and the last function is the exact function. The first function is the left function. The left function is a type of text function in a Google Sheet which is used to give the number of character from the start from the string which is from left to right. It means that if you want to extract the text string from left side to right side, you can use the left function. The syntax is very simple. First you have to put the equal sign, then you need to call the left function, then you start the bracket and select the text, comma, the second parameters we have to enter the characters you want from the left side to right side, then close the bracket and hit enter. That's it. The second function is the right function. The right function extract the given number of character from the right side of the supplied text string which is from the right side to left side. It means that if you want to extract the right side to left side, you can use the right function. The right function, it's the one of the text related function, and if you want to extract the right side to left side, first you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the right function and start the bracket and select the text which you want to be extract the letters, comma, and number of characters. So how many letters you want to extract, you need to put that from right side to left side, then close the bracket, hit enter. That's it. The third function is the concatenate function. The word concatenate is just another way of saying to combine or join together. The concatenate function allows you to combine the text from different cell into one cell. It means that if you have the string value or text value in the different cell and you want to combine, or if you want to join those two text into one cell, you can use the concatenate function, right? The syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the concatenate, and start the bracket and select the text, comma, and the second text, comma. How many texts you want to combine, you can select one by one. You can put that comma, text, comma, like that. Then close the bracket and hit enter. That's it. The fourth function is the upper function. The Google Sheet upper function allow you to convert text to all uppercase. If you want to convert the all letters in the upper format, you can use the upper functions, right? Such as name of the company, name of the patient, or name of the employees, and want to convert the upper format, you can use the upper function. The syntax is very simple. You need to put that equal sign, then you need to call the upper function, then start the bracket, select the text, then close the bracket and hit enter. That's it. The next function is the lower function. The Google Sheet lower function convert all letters in the specific string or string to lowercase. The lower function is a built-in function in Google Sheet that's categorized as a string or text function. It means that if you want to convert the text into all as a lower case, so you can use the lower function. The syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the lower function, start the bracket, select the text and close the bracket and hit enter. That's it. The sixth function is the mid function. The Google Sheet mid function extract a given number of characters from the middle of the supplied text string. If you want to be retrieved or extract the middle of the text, you can use the mid function, right? For an example, in this case, if you want to extract the from second letters to 3 letters, you can type here second letter, starting letter second, and from the second letter 3 letters I want to extract, then comma 3, then close the bracket, hit enter. It will extract PPLE because second letter is P, and from P the 3 letters I need to extract. We need to extract, so PPL that will return in the cell, right? The syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the mid function, start the bracket, select the text, then comma. The second parameter is starting numbers. It means that from which letter, starting letter, you need to enter. For example, from second letter or third letter or fourth letter, you need to enter the starting letter, comma, number of characters. From the starting letters, how many characters you want to extract, you need to enter, then close the bracket and hit enter. That's it. The seventh function is a proper function. The Google Sheet proper function is sets the first character in each word to upper and the rest to lowercase. It means that if you want to convert your text into the proper format, it means that first letter is a capital and the rest of the letters are lowercase. You can use the proper function. The syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the proper, then start the bracket and select the text, close the bracket and hit enter. That's it. The eighth function is the trim function. The Google Sheet trim function strips extra space from the text, leaving only a single space between the words and no space character at the start or end of the text. It means that if you want to remove the extra space from the start or end, you can use the trim function, right? The syntax is very simple. Equal, and you need to type the trim function and start the bracket, select the text and close the bracket, hit enter. That's it. The ninth function is a ripped function. The Google Sheet ripped function repeats characters a given number of times. It means that if you want to repeat one text 2, 3, 4 times, you can use the ripped function, right? The syntax is very simple. Equal, ripped function, and start the bracket and select the text and how many times you want to repeat, and you just enter the number and close the bracket, hit enter. That's it. The final and last function is the exact function. The Google Sheet exact functions compare two text string. It's return true if they are same and false if not. Exact is a case sensitive function. Exact is a case sensitive function. It means that if you want to compare the two columns or two text, you can use the exact function. The exact function is a case sensitive function. It means that if it is uppercase in the first text all, the second text all the lowercase, it will say that false because this is a case sensitive. That's what, right? So I will show you in the practical, no need to worry about it. The syntax is very simple. First you have to put that equal sign, then you need to call the exact function, start the bracket, select the text, select the second text you want to compare, then close the bracket, hit enter. That's it. The next part we are going to look at that how can we apply these function in the real world practical example, right? Now I am going to move to the second sheet, that is the text related function. You can see that the company ID, company name, company contact person, an email address and phone numbers are available here, right? And the questions are available in this area. These questions are related with the text related function. So I want to do the exercise. If I do the exercise, you can easily to understand what we studied in the previous section. The first question is that I want to extract the first 5 characters from all company's name. You can see here this is a company's name. So I want to extract first 5 letters, right? So the first 5 letters, if I want to extract, we can use the left function, because from left to right, if you want to extract the letters, you can use the left function. So I'm going to put that equal sign. I need to call the left function and start the bracket and select the text, comma, how many characters if we want, we need to enter. So we want that 5 letters from the starting. So I'm going to put that 5 and close the bracket and hit enter. So now you can see that every company's name, first 5 letters, it's appear here. You think that it has 4 letters, but you can see here in the 5th letter is space. So that's what it's a space is a one of the letter it's mentioned. That's what it's showing that 4 letters. But here you can see globa. This is a 5 letters and this is a 5 letters. This is a 5 letters. So this is how, if you want to extract the left side to right side, you can use the left function, right? The second question is that I want to extract the last 4 characters from all companies' phone number. You can see that phone numbers here. The last 4 numbers we need to extract. So if I want to extract right side to left side, we can use the right function, right? The last 4 letters mean we need to use the right function to extract right side to left side, from right side to left side. So I'm going to put that equal sign and I need to call the right function and start the bracket and select the phone number and comma, how many characters we want, 4, and close the bracket, hit enter. That's it. I'm going to autofill this one and you can see that last 4 digits are I extracted from this phone number, right? Likewise, if you want to extract this person's also, last 4 letters we can extract, right? So this is the right function. The third question is that I want to extract the middle 3 character from all companies' phone number. So middle 3 characters, if I want to extract, you can use the mid function, right? So you can see here how many characters it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 letters are available in this phone number, but I want these 3 numbers. If you look at these 3 numbers, the first one is 5, second one is 5, the third one is 5, fourth one is dash, and fifth one is 1. So we need to start 5th letters, right? From 5th letters, 1, 2, 3. 3 letters we need to extract, right? If I want to extract middle of the text or numbers, we can use the mid function. So I'm going to put that equal. I need to call the mid function, start bracket, and select the phone number, comma, starting characters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth letter is the 1. So I'm going to put that fifth, comma. From fifth letters, I want to extract 3 letters. So I'm going to put that 3 and close the bracket and hit enter. You can see that the middle of the numbers it extracted from this phone number to here. So this is how you can use the mid function to extract. Right. The next question is that interested in combining the company name and ID for the specific record. So I want to combine that company name and ID. So you can see this is a company name and this is the ID. So I want to combine. If I want to combine, I can use the concatenate function. So I'm going to put that equal and I'm going to call the concatenate function. Concatenate function. And first we have to select the company, comma, and then ID. Then close the bracket and hit enter. You can see that I'm going to autofill the company name and company IDs are combined, right? Company names and company IDs are combined. But if I want that space between these two, you just select the function and I'm going to put that the second text is double quotation space double quotation comma, and you can see here that this is the first text, this is the second text, this is the third text. And now I'm going to hit. If I hit, you can see that one space available for all these companies name with ID, right? So this is how you can use the concatenate function to join, right? So the next question is that I want to see the company's name converted to uppercase. So company name I want to convert as uppercase. Uppercase means all the letters it will be written in the uppercase format, right? So I'm going to put that equal sign. I need to call the upper function and I'm going to select the company name and close the bracket, hit enter. So now you can see that our company names are in the uppercase format. Uppercase format. Alright. The next question is that what is that? You can see that uppercase format. Now I am going to be double click. If I double click, it will be auto fit. Right. The next question is the fifth question. I want to see the email address converted to lowercase. It means you can see the email address. So I want to convert all the letters in the lowercase. So I'm going to put that equal sign. I'm going to call that the lower function. Lower function, and I'm going to select the text that is a email and I'm going to close this one and I'm going to hit enter. So you can see that lower function. I'm going to double click and I'm going to auto fit this one up to here. You can see that all the letters are lower case format. Here also all the letters are lowercase. If I change this is as a capital letters, for example J, the lowercase function is still showing the J as a small letters because we have converted all the letters in the lowercase format. If I change it, E is the capital letters, for example E, and still it's showing the E as a lowercase format because we apply the lower function, right? The next question is that seventh question. I would like to capitalize the first letter of contact person name. You can see the contact person name and the first letter should the capital, right? I'm going to change like J is small, A is small, right? For an example, right? I'm going to change E is small, right? E is small and P is small, for example, right? Now I want to be apply the proper function here, right? And I'm going to put that equal sign and I need to call the proper function and start the bracket and select the text. I'm going to put the text here. This is the contact person, right? And close the bracket and hit enter. So you can see that the first letter of each word, each word first letter it become a capital, right? So this is a proper function, and if I change it here, you can see that this first two small letters, and here E also small letters, P also small letters, but here you can see that everything is proper format. It means that first letter all the word is capital, right? So this is a proper function, and these are the things I expecting from us, from the company, right? Then the next one is, I want to remove the extra space from all email address. You can see that extra space available in the email address in the beginning. So I want to remove these extra space. So if I want to remove this extra space, I can call the trim function. So I'm going to put that equal sign. I need to call the trim function, start the bracket, and select the text, that is the email, and close the bracket, hit enter. Now you can see that I'm going to drag up to here, and now you can see that the beginning letter, you can see in the beginning, in the email address beginning, it has a space, but here there is no space here, right? You can see there is no, here is space available, but here is not a space. Here is available, here is not a space available. So if I have an extra space in the beginning or ending of the words, you can remove by using trim function. The next one is, I want to repeat 2 times the contact person name. If I want to repeat the contact person name 2 times, so it's also very simple by using repeat function or ripped function. So I'm going to put that equal, and I'm going to call the ripped function and start the bracket and select the contact person name text. I'm going to choose contact person name and comma, and you can see that how many times you want to apply. I want to apply 2 times, then close the bracket and hit enter, and you can see here I'm going to click autofill, and 2 times this 2 times the name it's written here. You can see here 2 times the name which is written here. So this is a ripped function. The last and the final function is exact function. Interesting in checking C column with the L column. You can see that C column is a contact person name. L column, what is the L column? L column is the this is column, proper column. So I want to compare these 2 text exactly matching or not. So how can I do it? It's very simple. I'm going to put that equal, and I'm going to call that exact function. Exact function, start the bracket, and the C column, it is the, what is the C column? This is the D column, this is the C column, the contact person name, comma, and L column. L column is, what is that? This is the proper function. And then close the bracket and hit enter. So now you can see that the first one is false and second also false. Why it's a false? Because you can see in the proper function L column, J is capital, A is capital, but here in the C column you can see that C column J is small and A is small. That's what it's showing the false, because this is a case sensitive function. The same the second name also, it has the same thing, that mean E is capital and P is capital, but here in the C column E and P are small letters. That's what it's showing false, because this is a case sensitive function. Others are same. You can see here other letters are same. This is a proper function, first letter capital, and you can see MT is capital, and here also you can see in the C column MT is the capital. So this is how you can check the 2 text by using exact function, right?